You're listening to 1069 Click FM, live in color.
How we will celebrate our victory. We shall invite the whole team up for tea. How jolly! Hurl that spheroid down the field and fight, fight, fight. Yeah, let's take some of the edge off of the history-making 121st loss of the Chicago White Sox, breaking the Major League Baseball record by watching some Ivy League football here on another stupid sports show. Hi there, I'm Jim B on 1069 Click FM. Thank you for all of your consolations, question mark, in this wonderful time as we see. Wow, those are some opening ceremonies that are happening indeed on the Brown football field. I can only describe it, but I also don't know what happened on any episodes of Glee, so I will just leave it there. I hope you're all doing well today. I see MKI and William in chat, and whoever else may be ducking into this quite by accident because you're wondering who would willingly stream the Ivy League. And, well, it was not my choice. I like to put this schedule up to a vote sometimes, and some of the wonderful sickos in my subscription base decided that I should watch Harvard versus Brown. And they're telling me to look out for Harvard linebacker Mitchell Gonzer. Okay, number 39. So keep that guy on your radar. And as well as Brown defensive lineman Quincy Utze. Managed 6 tackles and 2 sacks against Georgetown with a forced fumble. Okay. So, keep those names in mind when draft time comes around. I mean, remind me again, because I'm going to feel dumb as hell if this wasn't the case, but yeah, he went to Stanford. Okay, that's what I thought. And it looks like Harvard is going to be kicking first. Browns will get it in front of what we hope will be a... Oh yeah, we got a lively crowd here at Brown University today. Oh my goodness, I'm hearing I'm having a Harry Massachusetts Boston accent, but just smoothed over with enough feeling for it to be suitable on ESPN Plus. Oh, damn, they're giving him the good graphics and everything. All right, 1st and 10 from the 25. Working out of the gun. This will be a dump-off pass, but the screen falls apart, and it'll be a loss of 2. At the very least, the pass was completed, and so therefore this is already an upgrade over the Army-Navy game. Down to 14-38, 2nd and 11 now. Very long 11. And he'll go up the middle, get tripped up for a gain of 4, get up to 28. Not bad. Oh, come on. All right, we'll catch up eventually. Skip Schumacher says he won't return as the Marlins manager next season. Oh, and by the way, the CFL got interesting last night because the Ticats won in overtime. Meanwhile, we have a quarterback getting a great run up the middle, making a tackler miss, finally brought down at the 42. Jake Wilcox, the QB for Brown, has just picked up the first down with a very, very dangerous run up the middle of the field. But he only had one tackler to beat before he reached the sticks. All right, from their 42, they do the handoff. They try the near edge of the line. Will be wrapped up for about no gain. Wow, we've also got some decent commentary going. They are knowledgeable. Exactly, MKI, so I'm trying not to tempt fate today. A decent run by number 32. He followed the advice quite literally to follow his tackler. It got him 4. But if he had been able to bump out to his right, he could have gotten just a little bit more. But just as quickly, they go 3rd and 6, but cannot connect on the slant play over the near side. Looking for Jason Barber, and we will have to punt it away. Okay. Oh, and also Winnipeg finally clinched their playoff spot by beating the Elks. So yeah, there could be a bit more at stake today for the Rough Riders because depending on how Toronto finishes, it could be the Ticats looking to grab a crossover spot in the playoffs. Could happen. Browns will get the punt away. Fair catch made at the 22. All right, it's only a few more hours until we get the no yards and actual kick returns. But we're not quite there yet. Well, I guess I should get some of the other scoreboards up, like, all the rest of the big name NCAA football. All right, that's comforting. All the other games are deadlocked at 0. So none of us have missed anything, and the other ones going right now are Kentucky, Ole Miss, Minnesota, Michigan, Oklahoma State, Kansas, and BYU versus Baylor. And yeah, I did read the statement that Jerry Reisdorf put out about the 121 loss season, and I got about 2 sentences in before static filled my brain. Got absolutely nothing new out of it. Other than he really wants to stick it to the people who are yelling at him to sell the team. So I think he's going to turn it literally into the Oakland A's. A skeleton crew of an organization doing the least that they possibly can, essentially operating like an MLB development farm that brings up and essentially gives major league experience to talent without ever really pressuring them to have to win because nobody expects it. Oh, BYU has scored. They're on the board first at 10:52 to go in their first quarter. All right, they try to get a play along the far side, but the Bears defense tracks it down and doesn't allow any gain. Nice. Got 2nd and 10 coming up. Now 2nd and 10 will drop back for a pass. Was able to find a soft spot at the 28. He'll fall forward to the 31, yard shy of the sticks. But much better setup. Oh, they're only going to give him the 30. Okay. So 3rd and 2. I guess they have to get a couple substitutions, so we get a replay. And I'm shocked. They'll try a very compact formation, hand off the ball, and get tackled short. Do they dare go for it? I don't know if they're that bold. No, they are not. Out comes special teams. All right. Harvard is going to be punting from its own 17. Get it off done. Fair catch has been called for it and is gathered at the 14 or 15. They're going to compromise and say the 15-yard line. And we get another break. Hooray. BYU ended up getting the extra point. Officially 7-0 over Baylor. Let's see what the BBC had to say about the White Sox. And, oh, of course, we can read it here. All right, from the BBC. Yes, we broke the modern day record. They claimed the unwanted landmark with a 4-1 defeat at the Detroit Tigers. It's not the year we wanted, said Grady Sizemore. Pitcher Garrett Crochet said, obviously, it sucks. They equaled the old record with their 120th loss this Sunday. Yeah, they everybody ended up essentially filling up guaranteed rate field. We still call it Comiskey to see them break the record, and then they won all the games at home and ended up losing on the road. Oh, and the White Sox social media is getting even more depressed. Damn. Oh yeah, Garrett Crochet had a decent outing after 4 innings, got another few strikeouts. They very much protected his pitch count, and then our bullpen immediately gave it away. So, Birmingham City did some good today, yeah? Oh, and also we have a new coach for the Harvard Crimson. Oh, you're top of the league. Right. First run up the middle goes nowhere. Wrapped up quickly by number 94 for the Crimson, and I did not get the roster up. Meanwhile, all the time in the world, and there is a strip of the quarterback, but a Brown player falls on it. It'll be a loss of 5 on the play. Oh, man. Just right off the blind side, didn't have a moment to react. Came back from 0-2 down to win 3-2. They fake the roll and almost managed to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but then are definitively driven back to the 10-yard line by a very, very animated Crimson defense. Credit to, Miles Wiley on the defense for getting in there to put a stop to it. The Browns will have to punt from their own goal line. So how long until the end of the season? And is there a point after that where promotion and relegation is decided again? Or is it just automatically guaranteed? You hit the top spot, you're in. Meanwhile, a good return by the Crimson. They get into Brown territory around the 46-47. All right. There's got to be a easier way to view this, and no, there is not. Oh, top 2 go up automatically. Gotcha. All right, we're down to 8:39. You have a run out of the shotgun. It'll manage gain of 3. So because I didn't look at it. Oh, sorry, we've got 2nd and 5 coming up. Over stacking up receivers in the near slot, looking a little bit further down the field, and the catch is made. Brought out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Give the credit to number 18, Cooper Barkate. Just a nice, easy pass. Barkate was able to get a bit more separation from the DB. And it didn't interfere with the route. So here we are, 1st and 10. They will try a run on the near far side of the line, forgive me, and Brown is right there to swallow it up. They'll grant him a yard if he's lucky. So if MLB had relegation, it would be the Miami Marlins and the Chicago White Sox who would be sent down to AAA. We might actually have a score coming up under 7 minutes, and we could reach the end zone. A little bit of a delayed start on that run, but it gets them inside the 10 down to the 9. And oh yeah, the energy going at this game right now. Two receivers on the far side. They fake it and run that direction. They will get the first down and a bit more, at least inside the 2. All right, nice. Nice daring play call, but good run by Shane McLaughlin. Now here we are, 1st and goal. And they will make plenty of room for him. Chase McLaughlin untouched for the TD. 5:55 to go. Harvard is on the board. Now, will they actually get the extra point? Not a big deal. We are officially at 5:55 to go. Yeah, it's pretty bad, MKI. It hits every time. Let's see, is there any other choice quotes that the BBC is able to get? Oh, from Grady Sasmore. It's not the numbers that we want, but that doesn't mean it's a total loss. We can build from this. We can learn from this and get better. Garrett Crochet said, no real emotions. We put ourselves in this position early on. We are where we are because of the way we played, but that's just all it is. Wow, we broke our franchise record of losses in a row and tied the major league record of losses in a row. But at least the Orioles still have one record in their name that we won't be taking anytime soon. Oh, I forgot. We're the New Oakland A's. And yeah, sorry, another joke appeared in my mind, but I'll let Southside residents make it if they dare to. All right, back in the other games of NCAA football, Ole Miss has struck first against Kentucky. They're up 7-0 halfway through their first quarter. Michigan is leading Minnesota 7-0 at 6:34 to go. Kansas State has taken the lead over Oklahoma State, 9:04 left in theirs, and BYU now up 14-0 on Baylor, 7:05 to go in their first quarter as well. Oh, we have not yet figured out what creative yet awful verb we will use to describe what Jerry Reisdorf will do to the team. Here's the kickoff by Harvard, and of course, touchback. I wonder if he. Let's see how kind ESPN wants to be about this damn situation. Okay, White Sox dejected after loss, but the real inside headline is White Sox fall to Tigers. Damn. That pass by Wilcox sailed through a couple of hands, but is received at the 29. All right, they get second, and they'll probably call it 6. Yeah, I'd call it 6, but they're going to call it a long 5. And we'll try another dangerous run on that same side. Grabbed after a gain of 2. Yeah. And they compromise by giving him a gain of 3 and making it 3rd down and 3. All right, what do they decide to do? They have overloaded the far side of the field with receivers. A defensive tackle jumped, but he's pointing at the other side naturally. And they're going to call false start on Brown. Damn. All right. The crowd at Richard Goose Field. All right, I think I'm reading that right. Not feeling very lively at the moment. 2 receivers on either side. Back to his left. Wilcox working out of the gun. And he aims going the far side of the field, and he could not. He could not haul it in, and the camera died. We saw the dead battery screen come up in the middle of the broadcast. Oh my goodness. Bless you, ESPN crew. You're working under dire circumstances. Here comes the punt. Fair catch around the 33. We're down to 4:24, and we still have so far to go. Oh, man. And honestly, they're doing okay for the most part. The announcers are good. Like the yardage, like the changing of the down distance, it's about as janky as it is on my channel. You could see the abrupt change instead of like smooth animations. Meanwhile, a tackle up high. I was afraid number 13 was going to get called for a penalty, but they decide to let it go. Okay, 2nd and 5. Nick Hudson's. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Elias Archie. That was number 13. All right. In motion. Give it a little distraction, but it's not enough distraction to get more than 3 yards. Xavier Baskin on the run up the middle. Got 2-back set. And a good block on the attack from the near side by Brown gives them enough yards for the first. And the AL postseason picture is complete. Oh, good. So let's get a look at what all's going to be. Yep. Meanwhile, on a good end around, it'll get the Crimson into Brown territory around the 40-yard line. Down at 2:38, and Harvard is just marching down the field again. There it is, Baltimore, Detroit, and Kansas City. Come on, Kansas City. Come on. Hang on. Waiting to pass. Has all the time. And Woods gets it with plenty of room. Complete inside the 30-yard line. Around the... Oh, they're going to give him the 25? Okay. Yard short of what I thought, but first down either way. Oh, we have a stoppage because the chain got tangled up. Yeah, the chain got tangled up as they were running along to adjust to catch up with the play, and now we have to pause to untangle the chain. Oh, this is already the best damn game of the day. We've had a dead camera and a tangled yardage chain. I hope we never, ever go to all digital because then we'll lose moments like this. Yeah, I didn't really want to bring that up, True North, because, it was a little bit sad. But yeah, the final was 55-27. Winnipeg beat Edmonton. Meanwhile, a great job by DePriba, number 16 for Harvard, gets 8. Make it 2nd and 2. First time winning 6 league games in a row since May of 1985. Nice. All right, 2nd and 2. They stretch it out a bit on the far side with their 2 receivers. They get DePrima in motion, and they try to hand it off to him. Unfortunately, they don't take advantage of it quickly enough. And number 0 for Brown is able to race in and prevent any damage on that play. That's Avea Gaddis. I probably pronounced that wrong, but I was just trying to get his propers out before the first quarter came to a close. Looks like we're going to have our last play of the quarter at least. Looking for 3rd and 5 now. 2 receivers on either slide, packing up the slot. Looking near side the whole time. Lofts it to the end zone. And that is another touchdown. Front corner of the end zone. Harvard again. Cooper Barkate with the reception. Fight fiercely, Harvard indeed. They must not have the band with them. I was hoping we'd actually get to hear them play Fight Fiercely, Harvard. That's a shame. Oh, wow. There they are. Mets, Braves, and Diamondbacks. Point after is good, so officially 14-0. 17 seconds left in the first quarter, but that one's all over but the shouting. Oh, man. This is looking very, very rough for Brown. I wonder if we'll get to the mind-damaging 28-point gap before the end. We probably will. We probably will. Right now, Brown has not been able to. Well, it's a combination of Brown's offense not being able to string together enough good plays and Harvard's defense kind of exerting themselves. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. In Ivy League games, they kick off from the 40-yard line when it's just Ivy League opponents are playing each other. When they're playing people outside the league, they do it from the 35. Huh. So yeah, that's why we're getting so many touchbacks. Oh yeah, that double header. Well, let me see who the Mets are. Oh yeah, the Brewers. Oh boy. Meanwhile, the Braves are going to be going up against. Oh, KC. Meanwhile, Wilcox will get pressured and get tackled out of bounds before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No true north, but we have had a dead camera and we have had the yardage chain get tangled up and cause a stoppage of the game. And with that first play of a quarterback run that gained absolutely nothing, we are ending the first quarter with Harvard up 14-0. Ivy League football at its finest. Kicking off from the 40-yard line to make it more sporting for their opponents. Yeah, I think we need a pause for the cause right now. So, get a snack, get something to drink. Yeah, we feel bad for the Mets about having to finish the season with a doubleheader against the Braves, but we got to get through this game here on Another Stupid Sports Show. Who's really in for a rough time? All right, well, we are back on another Stupid Sports Show. Second quarter is a little bit underway for Harvard and Brown. Meanwhile, the Bears have actually gotten a first down. Yes, they are the Brown Bears. Simple. But then again, they were probably one of the first to get dibs on those kinds of names, so they try to get set up quickly to try to catch the defense napping. It's just enough to get the first down off of the edge. It was a third and very short, and Wilcox had a very easy time. Damn, they're going to give him a lot. They're going to give him what I thought was a full yard more than what he actually received on that play. Cool. A federal bankruptcy judge froze the assets of Robin Lehner, the Vegas Golden Knights goalie, on Thursday. A creditor in his bankruptcy case alleged the former star engaged in frivolous spending and made improper fund transfers. Whoa. That is... Oh, okay. Curious. Meanwhile, penalty markers are flying everywhere out of the backfield, and I have a feeling that's going to be at least a hold on somebody, because that's usually what the call is when a backfield judge throws the flag. Oh, there are 2 fouls on the play. We have offsides on Harvard and holding on Brown, so never mind. And the microphone doesn't work, but hey, at least they're powering through it. Back to his left. Wilcox will wait, sit back, go for it all up the middle. Wide open, caught and inside the 10. Holy hell. And the announcers are going just as crazy as I am. Solomon Miller on the reception had all the room up the middle. Beat everybody and just had to wait. And now Brown is making some noise. First and goal from the 8. And now they try to spread the defense out here inside the 10. They will go for a run, and number 90 and number 20 for Harvard, delivering some hard hits out of the second level. Right back to the line of scrimmage. And it's taking forever to load the 90s on this roster page. Yeah. Damn. Huh. Oh, messy, messy lives of people who couldn't be satisfied with enough. Down to 11:30 here to go in the second. They fake the run, aiming for the corner, and it's off the hands. He had the throw, had the distance. No penalty. No penalty will get thrown. The Browns want a flag, and no, they're not going to go for it. They will get a field goal, but at least they're on the board. I know, shocking. Shocking to learn of such things. Dang, Harvard had to call a timeout, else they would have gotten a too many players on the field penalty. Oh, goodness. Meanwhile, let me see. I need to. Let me check at the standings again, because. Alright, so. Hamilton would be is now up to 6-9. They have 12 points on the season. Meanwhile, Saskatchewan is at 6-7-1. They have 13. However, I believe the rules do say whoever has more wins and more points. And they do end up getting the field goal. It was very short, but not an issue. Finally, Brown has gone on the board. I don't know. I know I haven't talked about in a while as far as the CFL goes. What my other goal for following the season this year, trying to figure out what team I was going to end up supporting. And I can tell you right now, it is a little iffy whether or not the team I'm supporting will do anything in the playoffs. Just because, well, yeah, they have not looked the best when I need them to, and hell, even BC, I'm feeling very skeptical about whether they could do anything in the Grey Cup. Whole thing just feels like Montreal's championship to lose. Ah, Mr. Leif. Hope the day finds you well. Yeah, that is the only thing that is our saving grace, MKI. It's why we're such a great developmental team for the rest of Major League Baseball. Oh, wait. I had to look this up just because I need to know what the hell happened in this. I need to, because I didn't think they were. I thought it was a joke. How the hell did Rutgers beat Washington? Rutgers is now 4-0 on the season. This should not be right. Come on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is unfortunate about the Twins. That's right. But, hey. Just remind Adam it could be worse. He could be a White Sox fan at the moment. Thoughts on Minnesota trading Cat to the Knicks for 2 role players and a first-round pick? Carl Anthony Towns going away. Huh. Well, ESPN doesn't seem to like either side of it, so yada yada yada. Wait, Julius Randle? Okay. Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo. Okay. We also get a top 13 protected first-round pick from New York. Huh. And we get some draft, and the Hornets get some draft compensation for help making the deal work financially, whatever the hell that means. Meanwhile, a little shoestring grab from number 18 will leave him short of the sticks by 2 yards. Two and 12 on third down. 2 failed fourth down conversions. 3 missed kicks. Ew. Oh, that does sound painful. 132 yards for running and a touchdown. Woof. Meanwhile, Harvard very quickly picks up a first down. They've made it up to their own 47. And Brown, this is going to be I feel like this could be a long day. We do have a flag along the line, and we do get a marker down there, so they're probably going to just turn down this offsides call and take pass interference. Usually when they let the play go, it's offsides. I think Monty's fine with the trade. Yeah, poor Angels. Man, I don't even know that song, Leif. Ah, gotcha. Oh, damn. Meanwhile, they're just giving them penalty after penalty. Now they've got it to 1st and 5 at the Brown 33. We didn't think this could hurt anymore for the Bears, but they're finding a way. Meanwhile, there will be no gain on that run up the middle for the Crimson. All right, so no gain there. 2nd and 5. I'll try McLaughlin, and does he get it? Nope, 2 yards shy. Totally achievable by the Crimson, I think. Well, since I wouldn't have faith in this current iteration of the team to do anything wise with roster decisions or what players to keep and give away, or, field a competitive team on a regular basis without sacrificing their bottom line. I'd have to say being the worst organization, it probably cuts worse than being the worst team or the fact that we can't pick in the top 10. Yeah. Gotcha. Meanwhile, we will be able to stop them on another slow developing run. Number 95 doing his best to get the crowd hyped up and excited for this game. So shout out to you, Michael Bumpus, trying to get the crowd into it here. Crimson making a couple last minute substitutions. Down to 8 minutes left in the second. They fake the sweep and do the dump off underneath. Get to the 22. Catch was made by, once again, Xavier Bascon. Yeah, that feels about right. Feels about right. Meantime, we'll get some actual music. Meanwhile, Brown has to take a timeout as well for player-related issues, and we get another commercial break. All hail the T's. All right. ESPN about Detroit's losing season. Extremely difficult year for everybody, says Gavin Sheets. Feel bad for everybody in this room to be a part of this. Yeah. Doesn't sit well with any of us, but it's where we're at right now. Ranking last in runs scored, third highest ERA in baseball. Yeah, the White Sox were comparing themselves to the Tigers too, saying they were in that position but a scant 4 years ago, and oh, look how the fortunes have favored. Meanwhile, this timeout is going on for quite a while. Not sure what kind of important discussion we're having, but it's giving all the Brown students a chance to just party in the stands and hang out. Oh, and the sound is off. Never mind, just cut back in. 3rd and 5, and finally a stop by the Brown defense. Will they go for it? Oh, they're going for it on 4th and 2. Okay, they've got a heavy set in for the game, and they're going to try to run it. He will get it. He got it. Yeah. Went airborne, crashed at the 16. And damn. Harvard, it seems like it's going to run away with this game, at least as far as the first half of the game is concerned. All right, they'll fake the handoff. He's looking for a passing target over the middle, and he overthrows an open target. Ow. Oh my goodness. Caden Oderman there wasn't a defender within 5 yards of him. He had to leap, and it was still out of his reach. Oh, come on, Harvard. 3 receivers on the far side. He's looking over the middle. Good play. As a good call of the play ended up targeting the tight end that was coming from the near side. So now 3rd and 10 again. First down at the 6. Oh, absolutely not. Of course. All right, they make it 3 receivers. Then a flag immediately. They consider it a freebie. Touchdown and a flag at the end of the play. So we're going to probably get a... I don't think it was like helmet to helmet, but yeah, they're probably going to call late hit on the Bears at the end of this play. Oh, hell. I thought it was aiming for the shoulder. Offside is game declined, of course. There's a personal foul of targeting. Oh, crap. And they're going to look at it right now to see if it was true targeting. And now we have to sit through them reviewing a targeting call. Woo! Just walked away to St. Louis as a free agent. Oh, Twins. I guess dumbassery can happen for any fan base. Oh, wow. Holy crap. They ended up... Washington got themselves a touchdown because of a penalty by Washington. Damn. Now here's the discussion. Still ongoing. Oh, they're even looking at it upstairs just to confirm it. There is no targeting. Okay. So players still going to be in the game. And didn't look like the player had been hurt. It was a solid hit. So touchdown still counts. And the Crimson are absolutely stepping all over the Brown Bears. Pressure off the edge isn't in time. Kick is good. 5:59 to go in the first half. Wow. Harvard Crimson. Who would have thought? All right, what's going down in the rest of college football? All right, Ole Miss up over Kentucky 7-3. And of course, Michigan leading Minnesota 13-0. Oklahoma has taken the lead back from Kansas State 10-7. They're just into the second quarter there. BYU leading Baylor 28-7. Getting close to halfway through the second quarter in that game. Maryland and Indiana deadlocked at 7 apiece. Purdue leading Nebraska 6-0 after a passing touchdown to Jaron Tibbs. UConn is ahead of Buffalo right now, 13-0. I guess we got one decision right. Western Kentucky is currently leading Boston College 14-0. NC State beating up on Northern Illinois 14-7. Syracuse over Holy Cross 21-7. And the game we were all worried about. Tulane is beating South Florida 17-0. Okay, so that's the Cash for Gold song. And of course, there are 10-hour loops of this on on the internet. Oh no, and now they're doing unofficial beer plugs on the air. This is wonderful. Oh my goodness, they're promoting it for, holy crap, promoting the beer. We promise we haven't tried it yet. All right, we get another start at the 25 for Brown. Can they do anything? Look at all those alumni. Don't want to disappoint them. I mean, they wore all their nice white clothing today. Wilcox has to step back to avoid the pressure. We're able to get off just underneath number 34, about a gain of 3. All right, scroll through the interminable amount of names to give the ups to Matt Childs for that reception. They'll only give him 2, however, 2nd and 8. Wilcox again has to step forward and use his feet. He gets a stiff arm and will get the first down. Damn. Was able to shove his way out of one tackle and just make the sticks. Now from the 36-yard line, Brown, can you do something in this game? They stay with their initial setup, which is 2 wide receivers on either side. Back to his right. Wilcox out of the gun. Pressure coming from the far safety side. Then they back off again. They fire right, get the catch near the 39, but the receiver is just driven into the whistle. Or they're going to let the clock run as best they can. Just waiting for the play to come in. 3 receivers on the near side this time. They fake the handoff, commit to the pass, and launch it again. However, much more contested that time. Incomplete. Looking for Solomon Miller over the middle, but well contested by Harvard. They await the receipt of their player. They made up to their own 40-yard line. They need the 46 if they want to show a sign of life. Anything. Motion further out for number 6. Extra pressure is picked up, and it's a little too far for number 83. They're going to have to punt it away. Wilcox is feeling the frustration, and I do not blame them. All right, maybe a fake punt? No, we are not so fortunate. And it'll be a fair catch at the 20. He'll immediately spit out his mouth guard. That's how unserious he is about committing to this. All right, Brown, can you make a defensive stop with about 4 minutes to go in the half? I really didn't want Harvard to get to the 28-point threshold, much less make it 28-3, even though the pain of that score has diminished somewhat in recent years. But at least the game's going somewhat oh, right, we have the 2-minute squat for glory now. All right, they're able to punish the near side of the line just enough to give their runner room to get a 5-yard run. Yeah, I think the Timberwolves should be fine for the upcoming season. Still be competitive. Meanwhile, much too much time given to them to establish running lanes on the near side of the line, and that's another first down for them. Linebackers have not been quick enough to limit the damage by the running team. From the gun, they compress the formation. They'll go for another handoff, and all the room is up the middle. People off the edge have no chance, about a gain of 6. Damn. This is just getting embarrassing now. They're playing like the run first, bruise it out that I expected of this game. But they've also been accomplishing through the air, except now it has been deflected and we might have ourselves a pick 6. Unfortunately, it gets down to the 1-yard line off of the tip drill. Oh, man. Right as I open my big, stupid mouth, it's out of the arms of number 18 and into the arms of number 13 for the Bears. Tackled from behind by 11, Elias Archie. Wow. And now we get down to the 2-minute warning, or rather the 2-minute squat for glory. And the Bears are down to the Harvard 1. Oh. Now they could actually have a reason to walk into the intermission with their head held high. Fantastic. All right, is there anything CFL.com that you especially need me to know about today's matchup between the Red Blacks and the Rough Riders? Nope. All right, they're talking up Raquel Armstead, who was released early in the season due to disciplinary issues. Cool. Giants got good news with a picture of Dable, clicked it, and sadly Dable was not fired. Can't work every time. Meanwhile, the Browns fans are starting to get up and get a little bit noisy. Honestly, they're mostly trying to get on camera right now. And most of them are just like, man, I can't believe I got talked into this. I feel nothing for this sport. Oh, wow. They are switching just between a few select encouraging fans at the moment. We do get the guy in the hot dog costume. All right, we at least have, or at least gained that part of the experience. Everybody else is like, I'm not sure this is what my tuition should be going towards. And they give up. They absolutely give up. I mean, best effort ESPN to recreate that college atmosphere with the Brown University football fans, but you were not going to have a lot of options. First and goal to go. Couple of parts of the line shift. And he'll be stopped short. No gain. I thought the QB taking the snap would have had a better chance getting into that gap, but now we will have another timeout taken by the Crimson. All right, so now we'll have to play this game. Oh, we have the backup QB. I guess this is their short yardage guy, Nate Lucier, a converted linebacker, who's backup QB as well. Okay. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear the game is now on after weather delay. And Lucier will get the snap and run it in for Brown. Finally, a touchdown, QB rushing touchdown. And all of his bros are cheering him on from behind the white picket fence. How much more Ivy League can you get? Oh, there has been good. There has been a lot of frustrating, but there has been good in this game today. Are they actually ringing the bell in celebration right now? Because I'm not sure what they would really mark 120 on the Brown campus. And the point is true and through. It's now only 21-10. Points off that turnover for Brown. Good job. Damn. Tulane now up 24-0. And it has not gotten any better for Minnesota. I hope they would at least make a showing of it against Michigan, but no chance, I feel. No chance. At least not yet. All right. Can Harvard run the 2-minute drill, or can Brown get themselves another fortunate turnover? Nobody cheers on the kickoff because they know that there's going to be no kickoff. It'll be right out to the 25. It's a charade, and we all know kickoffs from the 40-yard line. Honestly, I think there should be a rule imposed on the Ivy League right back that if they are going to have their kickoffs for the 40-yard line, when it's only Ivy League opponents playing each other, that the kicker should not be allowed to do kickoffs for that 40-yard line. Like they can have any other person on the team practice it and do it, but not the designated kicker of the team. Meanwhile, McLaughlin will be stopped quickly. They'll give him maybe half a yard. Brown isn't taking a timeout. They're going to let Harvard waste as much clock as they feel is necessary. You know what? I think that's a fantastic suggestion, MKI. My only thing is that I'm not sure if they would want to take away the beer gardens that they've built in the end zone to, get to add the additional space that they would need. Meanwhile, another short run up the middle for the Harvard Crimson. They're at 3rd and 8 now. And they're just sending in all the signals with a series of hand gestures. All right. Oh, yes, that is true, True North. We could still use any requests you want to throw into the community tab. Meanwhile, runner's going to dodge that first tackle, and finally get the stop with 4 yards to go. Meanwhile, that'll be a timeout, I think, by Brown. And all right, already this chat and our subscribers are influencing the direction of this playlist. So don't worry, we're in for a good time this week. We are. After all, it's going to be on the first day of Spooky Month, and yeah, not only are we going to have the spooky stuff, but we're also going to have our theme of covers, remixes, everything old is new again. What do we got going from the 17-yard line? It is a proper punt, and it'll be going out of bounds on the far side of the field. It hit near the 34. They'll give him the 35. And are they really going to try to go for a field goal on this? Maybe we get some last second action here at the finish of the first half between Harvard and Brown. Honestly, this game has only been a pain in the ass because Harvard's defense has been so suffocating for the majority of the first half. If it wasn't for that tip drill interception, they would not have gotten the touchdown at all. So we could probably expect more of that from the second half. And that means I'm going to have to find more things to talk about. But thankfully, it is our intermission pause for the cause right now. So get your drink, get your smoke, find your pets, acknowledge them. You know, look up all the new signings from your local hockey team. And we will be back in a little while for the second half of Harvard versus Brown Ivy League football here on Another Stupid Sports Show. What a day.
Out.
Third quarter about to be underway here between Brown University, our home team for the day, and the Harvard Crimson. Once again, credit to the ESPN Plus crew announcing for this game. They know their stuff. They are able to reference the history of the teams without sounding like they're reading it off of cards or anything like that. So, Cordman, what we've had is a dominant performance by the Harvard Crimson for most of the first half. The only reason that Brown has a touchdown was off a tip drill interception that they took down to the 1-yard line near the end of the second quarter. Otherwise, it has been Crimson all the way. But we have had a camera die and show us the low battery graphic in the middle of the screen before they wisely cut away. We've had the chain get tangled up in itself as they're rushing to keep up with the pace of play. So, of course, they have to stop and get it untangled. And, of course, just many a miscue and stifled play. Meanwhile, another reason to not get Peacock, I suppose. And we have an actual kick return happening from the goal line and met fiercely at the 12. Will Jarvis with a great tackle on the return will pin Harvard deep at their own 12. Okay. So they give him the 13. We'll have two receivers on the near side, one on the far bit. Send a motion to the far side. The running play follows for a little while. Then we'll dive forward for a gain of maybe 3, maybe 4, depending on where they decided he crashed. Not exactly sure what they were going for, but better than nothing. Wow, paid $8 to watch the game. Ooh. Yep. Outright domination by Harvard. However, that running play completely blows up. And who is that number 95 who is right in the middle of everything blowing up that play? Michael Bumpus. Okay, 3rd and 8 coming up. They're going to do everything they can to stretch this defense out. 4 receivers. Back to his left. QB in the gun. Extra pressure coming is met, but he is hit as he gets rid of it. And a little bit slow by the Harvard QB getting up again, and a good stop by the Bear defense. Number 13 with a delayed pressure that knocks down their QB as he unloads. Ball goes nowhere, and the Crimson are forced to punt. Not the first punt for Tasco today, but a very important one. Be a fair catch around the 41. They will call it the 40 just for safety's sake, and even with the intimidation in his face, he was able to haul it in. Today is very strange, and I realized just now how long it is going to be. But thankfully, this game seems to be moving along at a rather decent clip. So I feel like it's a good warm-up for what will be the real test today, which is Ottawa versus Saskatchewan, which is going to be coming up directly after this. Yeah, MKI, 50 days to the Grey Cup, and the playoff picture is still yet to truly develop. not a quick enough turnaround for Mahoney. It was also a bit of a high throw from the QB. All right, 2nd and 10. Brown sets right up. They want to leave no time for Harvard to think too much. And they find over the middle of the field from the man-to-man that is left. They got, oh my goodness, they're in Harvard territory, aren't they? And they're not wanting to let up. They have set up just as promptly at the Harvard 41. They'll go for a screen pass, cut back inside, well met by the second-level defenders to limit the damage to 5. Yeah, they're down to the 36, and here they are set up again. Brown not wanting to let Harvard breathe for a moment on this particular drive. They'll do the same thing on the other side. Thankfully, they catch it quite quickly and can't really do the same kind of shoving matches that we expect from, the Lions. And now they're going to get right to 3rd and 1. Set up just as quickly again. They're going to roll back, sit and wait. Wilcox will run, and he's got a little bit of daylight. Will dive forward over another tackler down at the 12. And the crowd has come alive here, all of them in their finest white shirts. Cornman, I could not say. They seem to have gotten lost in the shuffle with all the other stories this year. Wilcox out of the shotgun. It will be a handoff who will fall inside the 10. Okay, not bad. And the first moment that they have been sort of standing around. Now the quick tempo goes away. 3 receivers on the far side. Looking over the middle. And Bruno will have to run inside and nearly got his head taken off. That looked pretty close to a face mask. But the referees say no dice. And the crowd is not happy about that lack of a call. And I'm not sure what sort of heckling they're yelling at the ref, but there is audible heckling coming from the crowd. And the Raiders will not have Devontae Adams' hamstring injury. They rush 4, and nothing doing for Mahoney. Covered well by number 21 for the Crimson. Are they going to do anything on 3rd and 4? Nope. Ty Bartram will force them into a field goal try. And Max Crosby. Oh, so it is Oakland's turn for the pain. I'm sorry, Las Vegas. Force of habit. I'm old. Oh my goodness. 24-yard field goal, and the Bear kicker missed. I will confirm that with what I'm assuming is the box score. ESPN, help me out here. There we are. Yep. 24-yard missed field goal by Christopher Marin. It's not his alma mater, so apparently he doesn't have to care. Well, oh yeah, no, he's been looking forward to the Timberwolves season since J.J. McCarthy got injured. All right, so now from their own 20, they will get a decent gap on the far side of the line, but swallowed up rather quick afterwards. Gate of 3. We are plenty behind on the timer. So there we are, under 10 minutes to go, 2nd and 7. Meanwhile, QB has to roll out to the near side from the pressure. There is a reception, but receiver was not inbounds, incomplete. All right, 3rd and long coming up, a rare 3rd and long for Harvard today. They've been pretty good with the way their run game's been attacking the inside part of the Bear defense. Oh, Ishii. Oh, Ishii. You are right to lurk. This game is far too dangerous for certain sports fans who cannot handle the true sicko fascination that we could get. Wow. And then a great run by the Harvard QB who gets a hard collision at the end. Jaden Craig got chopped up at around the 28, but was able to fall forward. They're going to give him the 31 and the sticks. We just had a missed 24-yard field goal, as well as a dead camera, a tangled up yardage chain, and also Harvard playing, responsible professional football. Meanwhile, the pass defense for Brown can't do much either. They just gave up a huge pass to inside their 20-yard line. Yep. Oh, it's been nonsense and sicko glory galore here at Harvard versus Brown. Also, Ishii, we learned that in games that are strictly teams Ivy League versus Ivy League, they kick off from the 40-yard line. So if that doesn't tell you a lot about Ivy League football, I don't know what does. Meanwhile, Brown is able to break up a quick attempted screen by the Crimson. Incomplete. Houses in the English Midlands are now officially more unaffordable than houses in New York. That is not good news. Ooh. I don't know why they do it like that. However, there's some also piss poor tackling happening by Brown. What should have been a blown up play in the backfield became a gain of 9. Damn. Yeah, like 3 blown tackles by the Brown defense. Some decent running, but still, all those opportunities. The line 2 receivers up over the near side. Fullback in front. Out of the gun, the handoff to attack the near side of the line again, where they've had so much success, and the momentum of the crowd will push the runner down to the 4-yard line. Oh, yeah, no, we've been trying to fight our own housing bubble with, the work-from-home crowd getting shoved back into the office because the companies were losing money on all the office real estate. And Yeah, with all the housing issues we have here, we are in no position to talk to the Brits. They'll try another handoff and a good bit of patience, but a little too much. There was a huge gap in the middle, and the Bear defense just swarmed to close it in when it became clear that he was going to allow them to have a turn. I mean, it's good to see that the spirit of courtesy and camaraderie between the future corporate overlords of America is alive on the football fields, but it's a little bit jarring to those of us who appreciate the competitive spirit. Second down and goal to go. He'll try running it this time. Jaden Craig rushing touchdown to match Browns. And here we are. Harvard. They give the ball right back after a great drive to start the third quarter, and woof. Yeah. Well, Ishii, if you thought this was bad because the Lions are in the bye week next week is going to be the Division 3 week for college football. So we are in for some truly, truly skin-crawling efforts. And if we're lucky, we might crash a website. So just to be warned, it could get worse. It might get worse. Very likely it will. Hey. And just consider this broadcast our inoculation against the pain that we could experience with whatever contest we decide on upcoming. And to think we could have been watching Dayton versus Marist right now. Oh, ESPN is giving Harvard a 92.6 win percentage probability. I think we are pretty much safe as far as this game is concerned. So I'll take this moment to check out the other scores. All right, see you whenever that will be. Take care. Kentucky now up on Ole Miss 10-7, but yeah, Ole Miss is driving. They're currently at the UK 37. Michigan up 21-3. Kansas State takes the lead back there, now up 21-13 on OSU. Oh, Baylor's made it into the double digits, but they're still behind by, 17. 10 minutes to go in the third in that contest. Maryland and Indiana still tied up, but at 14 apiece this time. Purdue, I thought they had already scored, but Purdue finally got a field goal to go through the uprights. So something happened between Nebraska and Purdue. Yay. And a new helmet for the Rough Riders? Damn. We're getting all kinds of gifts here today. Oh, yeah, and Tulane is still beating South Florida 31-17. Because I know all of you were worried. Yeah. Oh, yes. Rough Riders versus Elks. Our favorite combination. I think we will have to be live for that just because. Yeah, we're just going to get another damn touchback. Of course, you can't let us have anything fun, Harvard. James Madison over Ball State 15-7. And Northern Illinois only down by 10 now to NC State 24-14. That game still safely in the third quarter. I think we all need 5 Rouges again. Maybe that will help. Meanwhile, Wilcox is able to launch this up a little bit too far for his receiver. Incomplete. Michael Nesbitt had a trail of defenders after him. But now 2nd and 10. So they've got another attempt of split receivers. 2nd and 10, waiting, hoping, wide open up the middle, and nobody's going to catch him all the way. Matt Childs from Jake Wilcox, 75 yards, and once again, the Brown Bears I thought that Wilcox was going to get grabbed by that edge rusher, but he got the throw off just in time. And he goes to get the ups from the Bros behind the white picket fence. Do we get the point after? We do. Well, at least this guy can get the point after. Now only an 11-point game. Officially 5:57 to go here in the third quarter. And Brown wants to get some life back into the stadium. That's not a name that I'm familiar with, BG. Let's see. Joe Restic, Ticats coach, Harvard University, yeah. Let's see how much. And did he actually manage this championship while he was, of all things? Oh, during that time? Holy hell. Yeah, with Hamilton. I was just curious at how much this overlapped with the Harold Ballard years of ownership. Oh, Ballard didn't get them until 1978, so this is before they were wrecked. Okay. Gotcha. All right. All right. Yes. NCAA, you're so wonderful. You bring structure and competitiveness and NIL dollars and very confused co-eds who really would rather be scrolling through TikTok at the moment. Well, BG, I think it would comfort you to know that the resident Hamilton Ticats fan that is in the house is having a very good day, especially after their win last night. And if Saskatchewan doesn't want to get taken out by crossover, they're going to have to do something about today's game against Ottawa. So here's Brown on the kickoff once again from the 40 because the Ivy League is weird. Another touchback for all of us. All right, what do we get from our NCAA scoreboard now? And Indiana and Maryland are just going blow for blow in the here in the third quarter. Indiana now up 21-20. I'm assuming Maryland is just waiting the extra point. All right. See you when you see you, Luke. Meanwhile, a huge loss on that plane for McLaughlin. Be a loss of 2, at least 3. Kansas State, meanwhile, widening its lead over Oklahoma State 28-13 as the third quarter is underway. Baylor now only down by 10 against BYU, 31-21. Finally, we are back in against with the Crimson and the Bears. Split receivers back to his right. Craig drops back, has the time, teases a run, and will have to dump it off to a receiver who cannot handle the ball before he turns. Incomplete, third down and long for the Crimson. Yeah, it feels like another one just off the hands and started running a bit too quickly. Players try to whoop up the crowd as best they can. Another split receiver set back to the right. Single deep coverage. They're waiting to contain. Now we have to run and contain. Looks like all the penalty markers are coming from the backside, Dudge. Are they going to take the penalty or decline? They didn't let him get anywhere close to the sticks, so I would think they would decline. Southern Methodist University is favored by 6.5 versus Florida State. Well, Florida State has been kind of revealed over the past week to be made of simply spit and sealing wax, all shine, no substance. Meanwhile, I've been hearing rumbles that Southern Methodist University has been trying to increase their scouting and numbers to put into the program, to try to reach their heights of the 1980s. Wouldn't shock me. As a towering punt, and he could not fair catch it in time. Immediately stopped by the special teams. Now, what exactly will that game be? Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. When are you playing? Okay, you're not till 7 o'clock. Gotcha. Oh, and you're playing in Texas. That ought to be a riot. Quick connection with Badu. Gets near the 40-yard line. Maybe they'll only give him the 39, but hey. It's more offense than they've been doing for most of the game up to this point. Down to 4:22. Brown's trying to get that quick tempo offense. They will have a run on the near side that will gain another 3. And they're hurrying right back to the line again. 3rd and 4. Wilcox will run, spin away from danger, and decide to just run it himself up the middle. Wow. Wilcox, I just have to say again, this great spin move to keep himself not only out of the reach of the attacking edge rusher, but prevent him from getting a good solid grab. Yeah, 7 p.m. Central. Hopefully, it'll be some nice background noise after I finish the Canadian football later today. Brown has to wait a little bit to get their play in. Give them time to sit. We have a faked handoff again. Are we going for another one? He got that! Oh no, they're calling it incomplete. Ah, damn it. Incomplete to Nesmith. Oh man, he had that step. And he could not complete it. Oh, so close. Yeah, see? Meanwhile, Yannick Ngakoue is getting to the practice squad of the Ravens. Harvard rushes 4, and the dump off is just out of reach of the running back, Brown. Incomplete again. All right, 3rd and 10. All right, they have to wait. 2 receivers on either side. Back to Wilcox's left. Extra pressure creeping up from the secondary. Then they all drop back. Wilcox will just use his feet and get himself within at least a yard. 4th and short. And yeah, they're going for it. Just enough to get the play in, and the crowd gets up in anticipation. They get the proper personnel in. They have to give Harvard an opportunity to do so as well. Few people standing up in appreciation of the moment. They have learned well. Pirates are beating the Yankees 4-0 in the bottom of the 5th. This will be a direct snap and a great run up the middle by number 34. Got the direct snap. 5 yards through the crowd. And once again, they are set up. 3 receivers on the far side. Quick dump off underneath the first bit of protection. And a great job by number 22 coming out of the deep secondary to keep the damage to 5. All right. Under 40 to go. Browns only slowing down to get their personnel correct. Just as quickly. Oh, no worries, Luke. While you were gone, Brown remembered that they wanted to be an active participant in this game. The active pressure is a little too much, and the desperate pass is at the feet of the receiver. 3rd and 5 now for Brown. Oh, and they got to adjust, and they got some substitutions in. So Harvard is now playing with fresh legs again. It's secondary. All the receivers are on the far side of the field this time. They threaten pressure from the near side. Will be dumped off, and he'll have enough room and distance for the first down to the 25. Bears move the chains, eat clock. I love it. Number 27 tried to stop him earlier, but powered right through it. And they fooled the cameraman so effectively that they followed the running back who didn't have the ball instead of Wilcox, who kept it and died in the pile for 3. Meanwhile, Golden Knights and Scripps Sports will do 55 games in the Phoenix and Tucson markets. Oh, that's kind of them. Wow, great job by Giles to challenge the far side of the pile and get down to the 15. Wow. And with that, we reach the end of the third quarter. Bears not only trail by 11, but this is the first time I think that they've been anything resembling dangerous during this game. So, another quarter to go. Can they get back into it? We will see when another Stupid Sports show continues, but now a little pause for the cause, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. With that, we are back for the fourth quarter with a little dump off out of the backfield. It'll be a great spin down to the 6, however. A play that I thought was dead in the water has once again brought dividends for Brown. Okay, now 2nd and 1. Giles, unfortunately, will get brought down and dragged back at least a few yards. Yeah, about a loss of 2 on the play. So now we have a third and pretty much 3. All right. 3 receivers, 2 on the near side. Tight end motions back in for running back help, and he will get inside the 5 for the first down. All right. Meanwhile, Jeff Passan will switch to the NBA to replace Woj. And the time marches on. Wow. Well, best of luck to him. Hopefully it won't be too much of a grinding of gears in the shift. So just inside the Harvard 5, Wilcox out of the gun, pointing out a few things on defense, waiting for everybody, and will get met by many a defender and popped hard around the 6. They're going to call it at the 5, so essentially no gain. Oh, yeah. I figured we were going to need the extra help in order to get through the last part of this game. And from what I could see so far, I was right. All right, we got 2nd and 5 now. Everybody crowding in. A great job shoving the pile, but will be held up around the 2. All right, everybody gets up safely from the pile, thank goodness. And what they call the Kodiak package with a few of their with their converted linebacker / QB dude. The shifts happen. The big dude shift. This will be a fake. And the throw is incomplete. Receiver diving. And now what do? Are they staying? Oh, they're bringing Wilcox on for this attempt. This might be the best point for them to keep this a normal game and stay in it, not have to put any pressure on themselves in the last 5 minutes. So, 4 and 2. Run back, moving, and it'll be a toss. Who's looking to throw? And it's defended well. Oh, everything they tried, but Harvard stopped them. Turnover on downs at the 2. Oh, wow. A subtle as hell handoff to the running back. And it got stripped out of his hands, too. He nearly had it. Oh. Oh, man. So here we are, 11:52 now to go, and they have turned it over on downs to Harvard. From his own end zone. It'll be an easy run for Baskin. He'll get out to at least the 11. Oh, no, they're going to give him the sticks at least. Yeah, they're motioning. Move them. First down, Crimson. Oh, no, that's all they're going to do is run, isn't it? Yeah, they're just going to run. And force Brown to stop them, which they have been rarely able to do in this game. They'll do Baskin again, and yeah, the offensive line for Harvard is just forget lanes. They are making entire highways for their backs to run through right now. Yeah, Brown needs a lot of things right now, announcer. But can they do anything on 2nd and 5? They will wait for the handoff again. Baskin will get at least a yard short. And now it's about what we've expected from everything we saw in the first half. Harvard being just completely dominant between the tackles and wondering if Brown is going to be able to do anything. They'll try to keep things compact here. And they will. And he will be stopped them. Really? Oh, they are going to punt. Okay. Damn, they do get it. Oh, they'll keep letting this clock tick because they know that the Brown Bears need it more than they do. Standing from his own 6, punted at the 10. This will be bounced, and they'll just let him recover it right at the 31. Okay. We get ourselves another break. We stop approximately 9:21 to go. Harvard still leading Brown by 11 points, and most frustrating thing is Brown just having great drives down the field and then outright failing to do anything once they get into the red zone, or at the very least 2 yards from the goal line. Ah, damn. Oh, I mean, we got a few baseball games that have gotten started. Still waiting on White Sox Tigers to finish being delayed. Reds and Cubs are scoreless in the bottom of the first. Pirates up on the Yankees, however, 6-1, which I think we can all agree is a good thing. Meanwhile, over in the deluge that is college football, Tulane now up 38-10 on South Florida. Navy is beating up on UAB 31-10 as well. NC State over Northern Illinois at the end of the third, 24-14. Boston College trailing 20-7. Western Kentucky thrashing them. UConn, they are having a grand old time playing against Buffalo 37-3. Nebraska has gotten on the board. They're ahead of Purdue 7-3 at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Tim, I have to think that happens pretty often, considering that scoreboard. It's like it's the CFL equivalent of Jerry Worlds. Meantime, Indiana leading Maryland by a touchdown at the end of the third. Baylor trailing by 13 to BYU. Their third quarter nearly over. And Kansas State still hanging on, 28-13 against Oklahoma State. 4:45 to go in the third quarter of that match. So from their own 30, they will get a run from DeLucia up the middle. They're gonna claim 4. I thought 5. All right. Split receiver set again, back to the right. Send the tight end in motion to the near side, then pass the other direction. And a lot of running room for number 4 for Brown. Got out at least at the 44. But that is a first down by Jordan DeLucia. So they keep the same formation again. Pressure up the middle, and a good catch in the middle of the middle cross midfield. Credit to Samuel Badu. And down to 8 minutes to go. Brown trying to keep the tempo up. Maybe they get the first down with that. It'll be awfully close. Nope, they're going to get a yard shy. I'm just more upset about the Lions, losing when I thought they had every chance in the world to get the victory. Yeah, easy pickup. Easy run there for DeLucia through the pile. Yeah. They're used to it now. Wilcox gets up the middle of the field again. Another completion inside the 40. All right, that is Stockton Owen on the reception there. Another running back. Yeah, I saw they got walloped good by Winnipeg. I don't know. And I don't think it helps their chances very much either. I don't think they're officially eliminated yet, if I believe I read it correctly. But yeah, woof. 55-27. And Brown not wanting to waste any time. They're still doing the hurry-up offense. 6.5 minutes now. They got to take a shot. They're going for it all. And they have him. And they call it off, but there's a late flag. Oh, no. They're going to rob it? Yeah. I thought he caught it and crossed the goal line. Yeah. That should be a touchdown. He catches it and crosses the goal line. It isn't ripped out until he's thrown to the ground. You have to win out, and Saskatchewan has to lose out to have a chance for a transfer. Gotcha. It is going to be reviewed. This should be overturned into a touchdown for Brown. Because, yeah, he completes the catch, and it doesn't get ripped out of his arms by the defensive back. And it does get ripped out, I'm going to admit that, but it doesn't get ripped out until he's already crossed the goal line and is being, rolled to the ground. So we have to wait for the review to come through, but that really should be a touchdown for Brown. And while I'm thinking of it, CFL Hamilton playoff scenario. Okay, this one is a little bit... Oh, nope, this is a very, very old article. And all I could say for sure about Hamilton's chances. Yeah, maybe they have a better chance of doing crossover than waiting for Toronto to slip and fall. They bring it back from the middle of the BK commercial. Oh, Boo them. They keep it an incomplete pass. Man, screw this referee crew. They're going to try to get on 2nd and 10, and it's a completion off the tip. Oh my goodness. Damian Henderson got a paw on it for the Crimson and then ended up just falling into the hands of number 88 for Brown. Wow. Gets them a first down at the 24. All right, under 6 minutes now to go. Brown needing everything to go right on this drive and the next defensive stop. They're going to wait again, and they can't get it done over the middle. Out of the hands of number 2, incomplete. Wow. Are they going to give them any time to think? Well, at least enough time for one replay. Yeah, they seem to be just waiting for the play to come in. Clock at 5:43. They overload the receivers on the far side of the field and do a quick dump off underneath to number 34. He's got the first down. He twists out of it inside the 10. Woo! And they gave him, once again, no time to set up. Can't even give them time for the replay. 1st and goal from the 9. They're going to try to loft it to the corner. And incomplete. All the hand fighting was legit, though. Yeah. Not the best placement on the throw. He had to do more fighting than he should have. And Mahoney does get it on this one right at the goal line. Actually, just over. Touchdown, Brown. And I think they're staying on the field for the 2-point try. Okay. So they could win this. Oh, I forgot. We've already seen their field goal kicker in action. I would try to win this with a touchdown no matter what, Brown. If you have that option, do that. Couple of receivers out, and now they're just going to play 500 at the goal line and get it near side. And they're calling it off because of... Oh my goodness, they're doing it again. That is caught. They're going to review it right now, but they're going to review it again. Wow. I didn't think we could get any ref dickery in an Ivy League game, but I have been proven wrong. Well, I guess I can ease a little bit of the frustration by preparing for the CFL stream. And I'm going to have to do CBS Sports again, aren't I? Oh no, I can queue it up on CFL Plus. Oh good. One last thing I have to think about. And it looks like they're taking their time getting that done too. How long did they need him to hold on to it? Yeah, CFL Plus. Thank goodness. I mean, I'll still be the same amount of time behind as I always am, but you know, at least I can just do it in the web browser instead of on the TV. All right, we await the call from the referees about what is actually a catch and whether or not Brown got that 2-point conversion they just attempted. I would have thought they'd be going for the touchdown either way, but and it stands. Oh, wow. That is 2 calls in this game that have taken away scores. 1 touchdown gone that they got right back, but 1 2-point conversion that got snatched away. And now yeah, well, they also didn't provide. They also decided that clear possession wasn't enough on the first down. So, referees, we've got nothing good to say about you for this game. Yeah, they're still going on about it. I feel this is a Brown leading announce team, but also they both sound equally frustrated. So from their own 25, Harvard tried to stretch this and finish it out. They try to go for their own yard. And there's going to be goddamn pass interference. Yeah, he did it. But damn it. This is going to force Brown to have to get a touchdown and 2-point conversion no matter what if Harvard only gets held to a field goal here. Oh, they're actually picking up the call for pass interference. Huh. Oh, Ishii. You came back to referee dickery. We now no longer know what a catch is in the NCAA. And we got announcers for an Ivy League football game complaining about the rules and what is actually a catch. That is the level that we have reached over here. And now we're going to have another play under review. Oh my goodness. We are reviewing a pass interference call unprompted here in the year of our Jesus Christi. Oh, please just make up your mind about what you want to do. Own your bullshit. We are going to be doing Saskatchewan versus Ottawa, ideally right after this, or we might cut out of this early if this game gets even more frustrating. Oh. Oh my. And they're taking their time, too. They're taking all the time that they need. So, yeah, well done is the politest way that we can absolutely put it. Does give me a little bit of time to get the bingo legwork done that I didn't have time for at the beginning of the show because ended up sleeping in early and having to do a little bit more this morning. And so they're bringing back the pass interference penalty on replay. You cannot challenge for pass interference, but you can get it taken away and brought back by the people upstairs. What a damn day. So we'll have another hand up. Harvard will get about 5. They'll get them to the 44-yard line. At least they haven't gotten that spot foul nonsense again. Second and 6. I'm not sure I can see Brown's defense holding up again. I know they've made me eat my words a couple times during this game, but damn. We're getting down to it. From the gun, Craig will receive. It'll be another handoff. Plenty of room. And that'll be a first down for Harvard. And now do you start using your timeouts? Nope, they will not. They'll let it sit. All right. I'm already mentally checked out of this game. It is a sad thing, but the referees, you didn't do much to keep me into it. Oh yeah, how could we forget about a JoJo? We'll definitely make him our receiver threat. Oh, finally, the Bears make a running stop. Fantastic. Now, what is a player from the Red Blacks that we could predict a touchdown for? Not really anybody. Okay. And it's off the hands of a receiver, and now they stop the clock. Incomplete. 3rd and 10 coming up for the Crimson. And do they manage it? I don't know if I trust Harvard to get that long field goal. And now they're trying to whoop up the crowd from the sideline. And they dutifully stand now that they kind of understand their mistakes. It took them long enough, but they catch up. 3 receivers on the near side for the Crimson. Looks like they initially only show a rush of 3. They have a spy coming, but he gets tripped up at the line of scrimmage. I don't know why the clock is stopped right here. I'm assuming that somebody called timeout because you don't normally do that on a running play. Yep, Bears end up calling their first timeout. Huge tackle. They were going for what looked like a very well-developed screen, but one person flying in, able to chip the receiver up. And here we are at 2:32. As we wait for Ottawa, Saskatchewan to get started. Oh, let's hope. Let's hope. Don't interrupt it on my account, Luke. Especially not on the Lions account. Harvard with a chance to pin them deep on this punt. He'll have to be fair caught at the 10. So, can they get 90 yards? I know that every once in a while they've been able to figure out how to make a deep threat. All right, good to hear, Luke. So, Wilcox in the gun, and he and everybody, that was way out of bounds for that catch, incomplete. So the hurry-up offense starts with a bit of a thud. Oh, and they're cheering for Bruno right now. Three receivers on the near side again. Extra pressure comes in, and he gets buried at his own 2. Oh, no. Worst possible outcome as we approach the 2-minute squat for glory. 3rd and 17 now for Brown. They're going to have to take a major chance on the upcoming play. Harvard will be ready for it. I'm not sure if we're going to get ourselves a comeback of any kind. All right. Oh, while we wait for their squad for glory to finish. Ooh, I read that right. Kansas State has blown things up here in the second half. They now lead 42-13 over Oklahoma State. That game is 11:26 to go in the 4th. Meanwhile, Minnesota has pulled back within 7 in the 4th quarter against Michigan. It is 24-17, 9:27 to go. So we could have some minor humiliation coming for the Wolverines. Ole Miss only has a 4-point lead over Kentucky, 17-13. Kentucky at their own 42 with 7:28 left in the 4th. And Baylor now only trails BYU by 6 with 10:07 to go in that game. Oh, Ryder's game is still being streamed. I've just got to finish this one out at first. Thankfully, no game starts on time anymore for the CFL, so I'm assuming I'll get the usual 10 minutes of leeway in order to tune in time. We are down to our final 2-minute squat for glory here, but as soon as this is finished, this broadcast is going to die. I'm going to set up the next one real quick, and we should be raring to go with the game that we've actually been looking forward to today, not just the sickos among us. Now it has returned. 3rd and 17. Last chance right now for Brown. They are up against it, sacked back to their own 3. They have plenty of time, but now they have to roll out. And he will run instead to get them at least back out past the 10-yard line. But be a 4th and 9. Maybe 4th and 8 if they're generous, but yeah, they've gotten no choice. They have to go for it here on 4th and 8. Two receivers either side. Tight end goes back into the backfield for protection. And then is able to get the pass off, and it is broken up, incomplete. 3rd turnover on downs or at least the second for the day for the Brown Bears, and Harvard will take over in deep inside their opponent's territory. About 1:48 to go in this game, and I think that's going to do it. They're going to try to talk up the minute 42 as some insurmountable goal, and yeah, Brown could definitely stop it with these 2 timeouts, but right now, I'm not optimistic. Wait, did I actually get that guy's name correct? Yeah, Mardner. And they get a quick running stop in the backfield, back to the 15. And Brown takes another timeout. Well, I guess I can get the other miscellaneous doodads set up as well. Like, for example, an actual thumbnail. Alright, can I get this while still broadcasting and keeping track? Obviously not, but I can further the illusion that I am a professional who cares about how all these things look. To set everything back up because bloody Ivy League made me change all my settings. Down to minute 32, Brown calls their final timeout. Yeah, we're not keeping track of this nonsense. Meanwhile, my editing program thinks I want to switch to the generic "we don't recognize this font" for my selection, which asks the question, how do you not recognize Comic Sans? All right, just to be sure, I'm not. Yep, I'm spelling it wrong. Good. All right, 3rd and 7. Well, another good stop by them in the backfield. Unfortunately, they can't stop the clock, and Harvard will be able to get a field goal and force them into the worst possible situation, which is needing a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to force overtime. Please, I'm begging you, for my sanity, don't put me in that position. I'm going to be just all sorts of frustrated if I have to watch this game all the way through overtime. And they'll take the timeout at 45 seconds. Oh, dearie me. All right. Here is our field goal. It should not be that bad. Oh, this is apparently the dude's first field goal attempt of the season, number 48. And they muff the snap! Holy hell! And it has been scooped up and out to midfield. And they give it. Bears have still got it. Holy hell! Oh my goodness! We're not done! We're not done! They snapped it high, and the Bears have rushed it back. As Bob is my witness, we are not done with this Ivy League football game. Oh my goodness. They will not let me be free. From the 27 of Harvard, Brown has no timeouts left. Please just let me watch the goddamn CFL. Oh no. The most awful thing. A dead camera, a twisted chain, Crimson domination throughout the whole game. Brown battering themselves with dumb penalty after dumb penalty, and now a high snap on a field goal attempt that rolls endlessly, and Brown returns it inside Harvard territory. And they're cheering for Bruno again. From the Crimson 27. Three receivers on the far side of the formation. Harvard trying to hang on for the last 30 seconds. Here comes the pass, and he catches it! Are they keeping it? Mark Mahoney in the rear corner of the end zone. And they have taken the lead with 21 seconds to go. First lead for Brown in this game, 29-28. Oh, I bet it is, Luke, but they won't let me go of this one. They're going for two anyway. What the hell? Why not? Wilcox has the snap. He's going to try to loft it to the corner again. And it is caught through the defender. That's probably a pass interference call. And now they lead by 3. If Harvard does manage to get into field goal range, they can only put it into overtime. Meanwhile, Saskatchewan is going to start off with the ball. Oh, I feel so broke up. I want to go home. And a huge roar of approval from the crowd at Brown as they get on the field to hopefully end this game. None of us thought, not even the announcers, but all it took was an awful field goal snap by Wow, the sound decibels got over 90 at this stadium, folks. That's how you know it's getting crazy at the Ivy League. Here's the kickoff after the touchdown and 2-point conversion. Yeah, this will be a complete touchback. Once again, we are denied. Although I do see that Saskatchewan is getting some action in at the beginning. But Ottawa decided to stifle them a little bit on the run. All right. 21 seconds. Will Harvard manage to do anything in this last bit of yeah. Insert your Mad Lib suggestion for that sentence here. All right, 2 receivers either side. Back to his left as Craig in the gun. Browns only rush 4. And it's too far over the head of the receiver. Incomplete. Down 2nd and 10. Meantime, Saskatchewan unable to get more than a few on that passing play. They're going to force a field goal from Saskatchewan. Meanwhile, they're calling Woods out of bounds to stop the clock for the Crimson with 11 seconds. Thought it would have been out of bounds. Meanwhile, Saskatchewan's going to get their initial field goal to go up 3-0. And they will spike the ball here at Brown to stop the clock at 11. They've still got the 1 timeout left, does Harvard. We will lose a single second. 3 receivers on the far side. And he's looking the near side the whole time, and it's out of the hands, incomplete. 3rd and 10. Third and 10. I don't know where the field goal range is, but I don't know if it can be that far. We're currently sitting inside the 40 of Harvard right now. So they're going to need a bit of a pass. They will only rush 3, so they'll go underneath to 18, who will try to do a lateral to get it across field, and it'll be rolling out of bounds. And Brown wins on the desperation attempt to set themselves up for a good field goal. They have beaten Harvard for the first time since 2010. And the fans are storming the field. Oh my goodness. Everybody in their finest white shirts is storming the field. They're climbing over from the student section. Wow. The enthusiasm right now from the Brown Bear community cannot be described, because I want to watch some Canadian football. That's going to do it for this college broadcast of another Stupid Sports Show. I'll be back shortly for Ottawa Red Blacks and the Saskatchewan Roughriders. This is Jim B on 106.9 Click FM. Thanks for tuning in. College football, Ivy League forever, unfortunately.